Welcome to episode 5 of my Desert Only Ironman series. I'm beginning this video off with a little bit of grinding. I didn't really show much of it, but what I ended up doing was getting level 50 attack and level 50 strength. Later on in this video I'll get level 50 defense as well, but I don't think I show that clip at all. So I just wanted to do some basic training just to get my defense up so I don't have to keep eating food around these guards or the Calphite workers, the level 28 ones. But that's pretty much how I started out this video. While doing that, I did end up getting my first easy clue that I can actually start and maybe even complete. Because if you weren't aware, in my first and second episodes I mentioned what the rules are of this series. And one of the rules is if I get a clue scroll and the first step is in the desert, I can do the entire clue scroll as long as I have all of the items or requirements needed. I can't obtain any of the items outside of the desert. So with this one, it was just digging in the Alcarid mine where the scorpions are. And then the second one was just in Barbarian Village in a chest. And it is a two-step clue, so I did get pretty lucky. And this allows me to complete my very first clue scroll. Things I was hoping for in this one were magic staves, mostly just those, trying to get like a fire staff or an air staff, making my casting a little bit easier in the Calphite lair. But what I ended up getting was the iron plate legs trimmed. These don't even look that good. You can hardly even see the trim on it unless you have it in like your interface menu. Just because only like the kneecaps are just trimmed a little bit black. If I wish they were gold, I may have wore those around as a true Iron Man with my Iron G. But other than that, I got a black plate legs as well and a black dagger. Not very useful. Like I said, I'm looking for like air staffs or fire staffs or maybe even like Narda teleports so I can quickly teleport to a anvil a lot quicker than having to take the magic carpets there. Following my clue scroll, I decided to work on range. My goal in this video was to reach level 40 range, to try and get my stats a little bit higher all around. After getting level 50 in attack, strength, and defense, 40 range was next on my list of things to do, just so I can use my green D-hide chaps and the green D-hide van braces that I bought from the armor shop in Narda. I think back in episode 2 I bought those. So I think that would be a really good gear upgrade and allow me to start hitting a lot higher with range. At first I was just using just the regular bow and bronze arrows. Not very useful. Later on when I start working on my smithing grind, I start using iron darts, which makes it go a lot quicker. But of course all these materials do cost money, and my number one moneymaker is still the agility pyramid. I probably completed the agility pyramid maybe 12 or 13 times in this episode, just so I can get a nice cash stack to buy runes and such. Instead of smithing iron bars or smithing iron ore at the furnace, I decided to superheat it so I don't fail it at all, just so I can quickly get my smithing level up to level 40 to get the gold bars for the jewelry I can finally start to make. With all the money I did buy mostly mine runes, air runes, and fire runes to do fire strikes on Calphite guardians, trying to get some drops. Now, I've looked online at the wiki to see what these drop, and there's some items that it says they drop that I'm not quite sure. I'm going to go ahead and throw just some of the items on the screen here. If anybody in the comments can just let me know if they've actually received any of these drops. They mention things like rune swords and rune chain bodies. I don't believe that they can drop them, but maybe it's just really rare. Maybe it's on their rare drop table, but if anybody's seen any of these drops from here, that'd be very helpful if you can just let me know, so I can find out if I'm wasting my time or not. If they do drop them, then I'll probably camp it until I can get a rune sword or something like that, just so I can increase my melee damage so much more efficiently than using the Addy scimitar that I think I received in episode 3 when I completed the feud quest. But anyway, coming up here is just me training magic. In this episode, level 50 magic is going to be my goal. A lot of level 50s happening here. I ended up getting level 50 hit points along with the attack, strength, and defense. I didn't show a lot of that because it's just me training combat over and over, and I know that can get pretty repetitive through time. In this clip, I did end up getting level 50 magic. I'm hoping to get level 55 magic soon for high alch. Again, I don't really need to spend money on anything but runes, so me buying nature runes really doesn't bother me, even if I use it for like superheating, because I don't really need law runes. I don't need blood runes yet. I don't think I'll ever need to really use blood runes unless I really want to get some high level magic in against the Calphite Queen later on. But once I finished getting level 50 magic, that was pretty much it for my combat for the episode, besides getting level 40 range a little bit later on. So I decided to just do some skilling, get it up. Again, my main goal here was to get level 40 smithing. Getting level 40 mining was a lot quicker than getting level 40 smithing, as I'm sure everybody's aware of that, just because mining is so much higher XP and you can get it so much faster just mining iron ore. Even with the bronze pickaxe that I still only have, I'm still getting so much experience mining. But in between mining, smithing, I needed to do the range. I had the iron darts, so I decided to utilize those. I got level 40 range here in this clip, and I decided to bring my green d'hide with me as well, just so I can show it off and see what the stat boost or the stat difference is in those in that armor compared to my leather chaps and my leather van braces. It's a pretty big difference. Again, I stopped at level 40 range, so I didn't really get to test it out and see how much more range experience I was getting an hour using it, but I'm sure it's going to be a big help while I work on getting my range probably close to like level 60 or 70 I'm going to need for the Calphite Queen. Again, back at the agility pyramid, level 53 agility, which is my highest skill thus far on this account. Hit points is pretty high up there. I think it's 52 or 53 as well. But these agility pyramids are just coming so much quicker and quicker with the higher agility level I get, and I'm pretty sure it's going to stay as one of my highest skills throughout the entire series. Level 43 mining coming in, just mining iron ore while I try and smelt enough to get my gold bars so I can get dueling rings. And as my crafting level goes up, defense amulets, strength amulets, maybe even a power amulet. And if I ever get lucky enough, if it lasts that long, maybe an amulet of glory, if I can somehow manage to get my crafting level up to level 80. But one of my alternatives getting that level 80 crafting is always the hunter grind. I'm kind of disappointed I haven't got as many lamps or experience books as I like up to this point. I'm still only level 1 hunter. I think I'm 1 or 2 books away from level 2, but that's still maybe 15 or so more books until level 5, which is a very daunting task because they are just random and there's not much I can do about that. So I kind of just have to just hope for the best. And then once I get that hunter level up to level 5 and I can catch the birds in the desert, I can raise it up a lot more to start catching some imps barehanded in the desert as well. I finally got my level 40 smithing. In this clip, you'll see me making my first dueling rings. Dueling rings are really my best and only type of transportation I have in the desert. I can teleport to Clan Wars and the duel arena. Clan Wars is very good just because I can restore my run energy and my hit points, prayer, and everything else. On the duel arena, probably won't be used that much unless I'm far away from like the mine or something and I need to get there. And then the very last couple of clips are just me getting my herb lore up. I got level 15 herb lore in this one. The only potions I can make are just the anti-poisons with the unicorn horns that I can grab from the north side of the desert, right where that Varrock East mine is. I can range or mage them. And then finally, wrapping up this video, I think level 34 fletching, and then with that, I ended up just headed back to the agility pyramid. And with that said, I'd just like to thank everybody for the support. I've got actually a lot more support on these videos than I thought I would this early on in the series, so thanks again, and I hope you enjoyed the video.